Hi there, welcome to my review of the Thorvap TC 60 watt iBox box and tank kit. This is a kit that's currently selling on Amazon for $42.99 with Prime delivery. It's a top refill atomizer, sub-ohm tank. It's a 510 thread with a Pyrex glass tube. Quite small capacity, 2.0 mil, but we'll have a look at that in a bit. It comes with two 0.3 ohm OCC coils that are perfectly suitable for 20 to 80 watt vaping. Comes with, like I say, it comes with one coil fitted and one coil in the box as well. And the star of the show really is the iBox 60 watt Box Mod, which is a 2200 milliamp hour built-in battery. That comes with an OLED screen that gives you variable wattage, variable voltage and temperature control as well. It's got a pass-through function, you can plug it in at the bottom and carry on vaping. Microscreen charging. So let's have a look, let's unbox it. So in the box you get the all-important instruction leaflet. You have got the box mod itself, the tank, spare coil in there, and in this little box here I'm guessing is, the micro USB charging port as well, or charging cable. So here's the box, here's the tank. Let's have a look at the tank. It is a top fill, so to fill it up it's just a case of screwing off the top, and you've got two filling holes just in there, so perfectly decent for on-the-go filling. It's got variable air control, and if we look in the bottom, this is where the coil goes. It is all completely disassemblable for cleaning, and here is our coil. Temperature control, 0.3 ohm coil. When you're filling this up for the first time, you're going to want to pre-soak your coil. I'm using a 50-50 mix from Medusa Juice, absinthe flavour, but obviously the type of e-liquid you want to use is entirely up to your preferences. What I tend to do is put a couple of drops in each of the air holes, or the absorption holes, sorry. I find this helps. And then a little bit inside the coil just to make sure that wick is well and truly soaked. Because the last thing you want is to do a dry burn for your first go. So I'm going to put this all back together, fill up the tank, and then we'll leave it to sit. Okay, so that's our tank reassembled and fully filled and soaked. Just simply screw it on to the 510 coil and we're good to go. So as you can see, 5 clicks of the lock unlocks it, and you go straight away into variable wattage mode, which is just a case of pressing the up and down buttons, or the plus and minus buttons. You can go all the way down to 7 watts and all the way up to 60 watts, so quite a good range on this. As you can see, it's detecting the ohm rating of my coil, so it's saying 0.31, so yeah, perfectly appropriate, and it's giving me a battery reading as well. Also gives you the voltage as well. So I'm going to sit at 35 watts just initially, just to see how we get going with this, and fire it up. You'll see what happens when I do this is that it changes the voltage reading, just to show you what the voltage is that you're displaying. And obviously you heard that was giving a good fire. So let's see what happens when we take a couple of puffs of this. Yeah, decent clouds, very good flavour as well. Really getting the absinthe coming through nice and clear there, which is good. Let's ramp up the wattage. Let's go all the way up to 60 watts and we'll see what happens here. As you can see, fairly significant clouds of vapour coming out there. Still with a great taste and no burning at all. 3 clicks changes it to temperature control, automatically defaults to 100 degrees centigrade. 2 quick clicks changes it to Fahrenheit, but I'm young and fresh, so we'll go with centigrade because that's what I learned. Let's ramp it up to 200. Starts off at 100 and you can go all the way up to 315. So let's go to 250 to start with, and we'll see what happens here. Again, nice thick clouds of vapour, no issues whatsoever, no burning, and no ill taste. All good. So thank you. I've had a few minutes or a bit longer than that to play about with this, and I have to say I'm very impressed for the price this is going on Amazon at the moment. It is a very decent bit of kit and easily compares favourably to other devices that go for twice the price. Thorvap seems to be a bit of an up and coming brand. I've tried a few of their different mods and kits and I've been quite impressed with them. The coils, the replacement coils, are £10 for 5 or thereabouts on Amazon at the moment, so I might end up actually just swapping out the tank and using my rebuildable, which is going to be a bit better value and probably quality in the long run. You can see on the bottom here the micro USB port for on-the-go charging, and it's quite a compact style, quite a compact size, considering it is 2200 milliamps. The top refill is quite simple enough to use. Apparently the coil has 100% Japanese organic cotton. Certainly there was no cotton taste that I got from it, so quite happy with all that as well. The airflow control is actually one of the better ones I've seen. You can't really tell in the video, but it moves with enough resistance to hold where you want it, but it's not overly stiff to adjust. My only gripe with the tank really is the size. 2 mil, quite small for a tank of this type. You'd want really 5 or above for something this kind of size, but I can live with that because it's a fairly decent bit of kit for the price. You can see the mirrored finish on the display, and as soon as you fire it up you get your display showing there as well. So yeah, really good. I think I'll be giving this probably 4 out of 5, or maybe even 5 out of 5. I'll have to have a think about that. I'm just not sure whether the tank is too much of a letdown, or whether the overall cost of the kit is going to be enough to justify the extra star. Thanks very much for listening.